You stand at the edge of an unseen frontier, where the ground beneath your feet pulses with hidden promise, waiting for the spark of conviction to ignite a revolution. Imagine a world veiled in darkness, where industry scrapes by on scattered embers of potential. Then picture one man, John Rockefeller, standing before that abyss with the relentless certainty of a pioneer who refuses to concede to the unknown. In the crucible of the 1860s, when oil was little more than a curiosity and kerosene a novelty, he glimpsed a force that would reshape civilization, and he claimed it as his own. Feel the weight of that moment? A young entrepreneur surveying muddy oil fields, each droplet of petroleum like a latent thunderbolt waiting to be harnessed. Rockefeller understood that wealth is not granted, but wrested from the fabric of reality by those with unshakable belief. His vision was not accidental. It was an act of will so fierce it bent fate itself toward his purpose. In that dawn, belief took form. It was not a naive hope, but a calculated conviction grounded in unrelenting clarity. Rockefeller asked himself, what would it take to transform oil from a fringe curiosity into the lifeblood of modern progress? He saw beyond the squabbles of rival firms and the chaos of unrefined markets. He envisioned an empire built not on chance, but on systems so precise they would turn uncertainty into unsurpassed power. And so he began. Every barrel he purchased, every refinery he acquired, every freight shipment he orchestrated was a deliberate stroke on his grand canvas. His mind became a machine of optimization, calculating costs, refining processes, negotiating with railroads, forging alliances behind closed doors. In the chaos of a nascent industry, he found order. With each passing day, his clarity sharpened, revealing the blueprint of Standard Oil, an unbreakable network of pipelines, a fortress of economies of scale, a cathedral of discipline rising from the swamp. Discipline became the hammer with which Rockefeller shaped his destiny. While his contemporaries wavered at margins and flinched at price wars, he held steady, relentless in pursuit of efficiency. He slashed waste with surgical precision, negotiating rebates on rail rates that undercut every competitor, and reinvesting savings into more refineries, more pipelines, more control. To him, discipline was not deprivation, but liberation, the key that unlocked the boundless potential hidden within every drop of crude. Yet ambition without purpose is a ship without a rudder. Rockefeller tethered his colossal drive to a singular mission: to make oil so reliable and affordable that no home would go dark, no factory stall for lack of light. This purpose infused every decision with meaning, every action with weight. In the dim glow of kerosene lamps, families found warmth. In the hum of new factories, towns discovered opportunity. Rockefeller's empire was not built on exploitation alone, but on the promise that an advancing world could rise on the pillars of his creation. Action followed thought as inevitably as night follows day. When competitors flooded the market with cheap oil of dubious quality, Rockefeller responded not with outrage, but with the innovation, developing more rigorous refining techniques that produced kerosene so pure it illuminated streets as bright as noon. When critics cried foul at his aggressive tactics, he quietly expanded into complementary ventures: barrel making, freight car leasing, even chemical research. He understood that true power lies not in singular victories, but in the adaptability to transform adversity into advantage. It was this adaptability that turned Standard Oil from a company into an institution. As industry giants from Carnegie's steel to Edison's light bulbs rose and fell around him, Rockefeller did not cling to past triumphs. He anticipated change, investing in pipeline technology when railroads threatened to choke his margins, embracing legal counsel to navigate antitrust storms before they broke. Each pivot was a testament to his resilience, a refusal to be bowed by forces beyond his control. In the shadows of empire, gossip spoke of ruthless monopolies and secret deals. But listen closer, and you hear another story, the birth of modern philanthropy. Even at the crest of his power, Rockefeller carried a quiet conviction that wealth unshared sows decay. He poured fortunes into universities, medical research, and public health, setting a precedent that riches could be both a vehicle of transformation and a bridge to human flourishing. His legacy became a dual narrative, one of ironclad discipline and another of compassionate generosity, proof that adaptability extends beyond markets to the very soul of society. As the final embers of this age ignite into a blazing torch of progress, consider Rockefeller's ultimate gift, the idea that every individual holds within them an ocean of potential, untapped and awaiting the right vessel of focus and courage. He did not merely found a company, he founded an era, a standard by which excellence is measured. Every pipeline built, every refinery optimized, every school endowed stands as a monument to the unbreakable link between purpose and action. Feel that power surge through you, the same force that guided him across uncertain terrain. Let it remind you that transformation begins not with grand declarations, but with a single, unwavering step toward your vision. Rockefeller's truth was simple. When belief is fused with clarity, disciplined action becomes irresistible. And when action meets adaptability, even the deepest darkness gives way to light. So rise now with that same conviction. Dare to shape your destiny with the precision of a master craftsman. And remember that legacy is not bestowed, it is forged. The founding of Standard Oil was more than the birth of an industry. It was the awakening of a philosophy that still breathes in every mind bold enough to dream, disciplined enough to execute, and generous enough to uplift the world in their wake.